Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are live once again. It is our weekly Friday live stream. Hold on one second. Just making sure we are going out here. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Oh, yeah. All right. We are here and we are live. What a week. What a week. What a week it's been. All right. We got Truth Seeker in the house once again from Ireland. Thank you so much for joining. Good evening, everyone. Listen to the chat. I enjoyed. Are you talking about with Tony Sayers? Yeah, that was cool. Hi. Including the Serpent Energy and Kundalini. Yep. 2 a.m. in Ireland. Dang. That's crazy. Thank you so much for joining at 2 a.m. That's wild. Oh my God. I don't know if you're a Conor McGregor fan, but it's been announced that he's coming back to fight in July. So just throwing that out there, but that's pretty cool as an MMA fan. The beginning of many more to come. Yeah, I got a big announcement. I got a big announcement today. Big announcement, guys. Would you not consider asking Paul Wallace? No, so are you talking about Paul Wallace? Okay, are you talking about the Paul Wallace that's always in here? Or basically, I want to get both Paul Wallaces on. Yeah, that's going to happen at some point. I have to read the Paul Wallace that is usually in here. I have to read his book first and learn more about him, and then we'll do it from there. Light Angel says hi. What's up, Light Angel? Countdown. Let's go. Peace be with you, dear friends. Mihail is in the house. Much love from Canada. How's everybody doing? What's up? What's up? Okay, here we go. And we've got how's everything in Canada? I'm in Ireland, and it is complicated. Mark Carney is sinking. Oh, got you. You're frozen. Uh-oh. I don't think. Hey, guys, am I frozen? Let me know. Let me know if I am visible or not. Can you let me know? Okay, KK Loco is back in the house. KK Loco, what did you think of the Tony Sayers interview? Let me know your thoughts. Yes, the Paul that's here living in Thailand. Yeah. He's actually emailed me, and I think he sent me a link to his book, and then I think he's got some other material. So I need to check it out first, and then we can figure it out from there. But I'm going to make an announcement shortly when we have a few more peeps online. But yeah, super cool. It's fine now. Oh, okay. But it was kind of choppy for a second. All right. Well, glad it's back in the mix. Thank you guys. And if you guys, I see everybody on the stream. If you guys could hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. It definitely helps push out the live to more people. If you guys could click that like button, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I want to check something real quick. Hold on. So one thing I mentioned, I got actually a couple things I got to mention to you guys. So number one, let me see here. Okay, so number one, I launched memberships like a week ago, and we've got 2 people that have signed up. I don't know if they're going to be here today, but I hope they do show up, and that have signed up for one of the tiers. And then the upper one is if people are interested in eventually doing that, like something like a Zoom chat or a Google Meet or something like that, where we can all have a little discussion. That's the second level of the membership. So nobody has signed up for that yet, but if and when people decide that they want to sign up for that, and then we want to we want to start scheduling those, we'll kind of do a group discussion and figure out the best times for those discussions. But yeah, so those are now live on the channel, which I'm really excited about. Another thing that I'm excited about as well that I want to share with you guys. Hold on. So people were asking me before. Hold on one second. Let me get this up here. People were asking me before. Hold on. Let me get this up here. Nope. Okay, this isn't it. Hold on. People were asking me before if they could reach out to me on Instagram, and I kind of told you guys a little hesitation in general, but obviously I want to connect with people. I just kind of went through some weird stuff. But I was like, okay, no, I need to have an Instagram. This is ridiculous. So what I did is, hold on, let me get this up here. Let me just do it like this. 1 second. Oh, here we go. 734. I created a Pink Tourmaline Instagram account. Well, let me send it to you right now. And I'm going to post it. Oh, here we go. Copy link. What the heck? All right. What? Share profile. Copy. Okay, something's going on right now with Instagram. This is weird. Hold on, let me do it again. Copy link. There we go. Now I got it. Now I got it. Okay, so it's live. I literally have no content on there, but now at least I have a way. If you guys do want to message me or send me things, you can follow me here, and then and whatever, just send me messages or different things like that. I'm gonna try and figure out what, maybe I'll post some of my content as well, maybe some of the shorts or different things like that on Instagram. I don't really know, but I figured this was the other reason why I started is I thought it'd be a good way, if I'm trying to reach out to people for interviews, this would be a good way to do it. The way that I actually reached out to Tony Sayers was via Instagram. So I'm like, I'm reaching out from my other Instagram, which isn't connected to the channel. It probably feels weird. So I started this one. So there it is, guys. If you want to check it out and message me or give me a follow or whatever you want, that'll work. Fifth Avenue Girl says, hello, hello, hello. Hey, Fifth Avenue Girl, are you new to the channel? Because I don't remember you on the lives recently, but let me know if you're new and let me know how you found the channel. But welcome. The live stream is still frozen. No, I think that might be maybe just the connection you're on, Mahela, or possibly, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe your Wi-Fi, or maybe you're on a hotspot. Truthseeker says hi. It's fine again. Okay, what the heck? Is it still freezing? My internet connection should be. Hold on. Let me see. Let me close some stuff on my end here. Let me close a bunch of browsers. Guys, let me know in the chat if other people are having difficulty viewing the stream, please. Okay, I'm closing a bunch of windows. All right, hopefully this will help. Let me shut this down. Okay, what does the crown with numbers mean? Which crown with numbers? Fifth Avenue Girl? Okay, now children. Oh, Mahela now says okay. They're trying to stop the truth talk with it freezing so often. Yep. I mean, who knows? Lush Pleiades says, let's go, Tony. Yeah. Give me your thoughts, guys. What did you think of the Tony interview? But give me feedback. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what you didn't like about it. And tell me just anything, any way that I can improve in terms of the interview process. Another question I have. I decided in the middle, like I was going to do a pre-recorded interview and then I was going to post it. But then I ultimately decided, no, let's do a live interview if you're cool with it, Tony. And that way people can ask questions and all that stuff. And I thought it went really well with the live format. Obviously, I couldn't answer all the questions because he was kind of getting in the flow and stuff like that. But what do you guys think would be better? Would you guys rather have a pre-recorded interview that's pre-timestamped so you can kind of click through it, or do you like watching it live? And then of course I added timestamps after the fact. So let me know your thoughts. Instagram, there's my Instagram. Yep. Part 2 with Tony. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm sure it's gonna happen at some point. Tony was really cool, so I'm sure he said he's down to do it again. Not new, but new to live stream. Okay, you're not new, but new to the live stream. Welcome. Yeah, I feel like I remember you. I feel like I remember you in some of the comments. I think I've responded to some of your comments. Like I remember that image with the horse and stuff. But all right, well, welcome to the live stream. Awesome. Hi, Truth Seeker says, and Fifth Avenue says purple with number 1, number 2, number 3, etc. Wait, what? Purple. What does the crown numbers mean? I'm not sure what you're referring to. YouTube, LOL. It's happening to me as well. No, it's also free. I'm getting a lot of ads during our live streams. Are the rest of people getting? I put moderate on the ads, or balanced or something. So there was like, hopefully it shouldn't be too many. Let me know if it's too much, and I can turn it to a lower level for the ads. I like the lives. Either is great. Okay, you're saying either is great. It says Lush Pleiades. Okay. Viv says, hello all. What's up, Viv B? Welcome back. Hi, everyone. Oh, my God. It's still freezing. How is this happening? I don't know. Let me see if I can close. Okay. Oh, wait. I have a lot more windows I can close. Hold on. Let me close all of these. Here we go. Okay. Shut down. Boom. That is better. Let's see what else. I'm going to do a quick internet test as well. Hold on. Let's see. Internet speed. Let's see what's going on here. Nah, my internet speed is crazy high right now. Seeing that crown with number 1, seeing in chat. Oh, I get what you're asking. Okay. I understand what you're saying. So the crowns, what that is, if you've never been on a live stream before, so what that is, these are the people that have participated the most in the chat thus far. So they're it's like a leaderboard. So basically, so like I go on a lot of live streams, so that's why I know what it is. But let's say the people that are chatting the most, then they'll be like number 1, number 2, number 3. And then also if you add donation, so it's kind of like I don't know, it's some point system. But then if you throw in a donation, then you'll be shot to the top. But then if multiple people donate, then it's the top people that I think have donated within a period of time, something like that. And yeah, I think the main point of it is that the people that are participating the most, let's see, but then actually, I don't know, because Children of Light Mahala is number 1 and Truth Seeker is number 3. I'm not sure, but it has something to do with that. It's like the people that have been participating the most on the channel. Maybe it's also the cumulative comments on the channel as well. It could be that, but that's what the crown is, Fifth Avenue. Okay, so now I get you. Having Y2 Premium, so no ads. I finally broke down and paid for it. Yeah, I have Y2. I have YouTube Premium as well. Yeah, because the reason why I have it is because I use YouTube a lot in my tutoring sessions, and I don't want random ads popping up when I'm working with kids, especially because like I don't know what's going to be on the ad. So I had to get rid of it years ago. Stream is okay on my side. Viz says, okay, good. Tony takes a similar approach as I do on the topic. Very discerning on who I trust. However, I think it's important to listen to each person's take. Yeah, here's the deal. Let me say something, because I've been really thinking about the Tony Sayers interview a lot, and I respect a lot of what Tony says. But I do disagree with him a little bit on so he was talking about the how we have to be wary of people that are 95% truth, 5% lie, right? Because he's like, that's how a lot of times we have controlled opposition. Most of what they're saying is true, but then a little part of it is false. But that's such a high bar. I mean, how many of us can be more than 95% right? And especially about these fringe topics. So you get a couple things wrong, or you follow a couple protocols that somebody doesn't like, and then all of a sudden you just shut them down completely. So to me, that feels, as I'm considering it now, and I'd love to chat with him about this at some point, but to me now it feels like that's a bit extreme, and it might be detrimental to our quest for knowledge. Because when you like, I remember Tony said he listened to Intuitive Underground, he heard the mention of Jesus, and then he just shut down and didn't hear any of that information. But it's like, wait a minute, there were other people on that stream, and there may have been really good info. I still think Fringe added a ton to that conversation. And I'm curious to know why she is mentioning Jesus and stuff like that, as opposed to saying, okay, de facto, I can't trust anything she says. Like, I don't know if that is, I think that's a little drastic, and I think that can cut us off from information. Another thing that I've been thinking about too is, it's like I think, okay, look, I could be wrong about this too. Okay. But where I'm at right now is we spend a lot of time on this planet attacking each other or discrediting each other, and versus thinking about trying to band together, despite maybe some of our differences of opinions, and really focus our energy and intent going against whatever the real kind of like hierarchical structure is, which may not even include any humans, right? It might be beyond. And so I think that's something, as opposed to spending a great deal of time looking at this person or that person that may be very well wrong, but maybe well-intentioned, just trying to extract like the good bits from all the people that are trying, and not like necessarily hammering them for the things that are like the minutia of things that are incorrect. Anyways, this is just an idea that I was thinking about since that video, because Tony really got me thinking about the stuff that he mentioned. And yeah, I need to think about it more, but it just it felt too extreme, and it felt counterproductive to have such a harsh cutoff point for people. I could say a lot more, but it's hard to fit in the chat. I like Tony, been watching him for about a year now. Yeah. Yeah, I like him too. I had a great look. We can like him and have slight differences of opinions. I think he would respect that. And so that I think that's all good. The crown with the number icon is just a chat icon for the more active chatters. Thank you, Viv. I just saw this out. Okay, because Tony had these and I wondered, yeah, that's what it is. Oh, Fifth Avenue Girl, you were in Tony's live chat as well. Cool. KK Loco says, yes, I agree. It is better not to be live streamed. This way you can focus more on interviewing. Oh, you think it's better to be not live? So let me know if more people feel this way. And I can just do the next one off of live stream. I resisted for a long time, but finally got YouTube Premium. It's nice to not have any ads. Yes, totally agree. That's what I was trying to say. Yay, let's go. Lush Play is valid point. I shut down as well when I hear religious views. I just can't. LOL. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I do too. But it's one thing if it's mainstream Christianity religious views, where it's like, how is this still resonating with you with all of the problems and issues and inaccuracies? But it's another thing to say that, like, I think she's talking about it in more of the Christ consciousness standpoint, and that the almost like the way that he's described in Gnosticism as opposed to the mainstream. But yeah, look, there's things that make us all shut down. There are things that feel so absurd and bonkers to us that it's an immediate credibility buster, right? So we're all subject to that type of shutdown. It just felt like to me that Tony's level and sensitivity to that was so high that it felt like it could be crossing a threshold of counterproductivity. Now, his counter argument to that is, well, you guys are listening to way too many people that are potentially feeding you with misinformation and disinformation. I don't know the answer. Okay, this is just my gut and my instinct talking that it felt a little on the extreme side, but I don't know the answer. Exactly. There's a Gnostic Jesus and a regular Christian Jesus. Exactly. Yes, and I watched the 6 hours. It's very valuable. You can't shut down a whole show down after 5. I'm with you. Yo, did you guys see Intuitive Design? When Krishna Consciousness first showed me that video, they had like 22 subs. Now they have, hold on, let me look right now. This is crazy. I feel so happy because I think it's my video that definitely did give them some like very deserved what's it called? Attention. But look, let's look at it now. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Check this out. They now have 440 subs. Isn't that crazy? And they actually did post another video. I haven't listened to this one yet, but they already posted up another video. So yeah, it's crazy. Yes, it's important to still be able to listen to others you're not in 100% alignment with. I agree, because otherwise we're just losing. We're losing information. I heard the whole 6 hours, but was cringing out a lot of the talks of the 7 deadly. Yo, I heard about that stuff. So I didn't include any of that in my video. I don't know I just don't know what to make of it. You know, it's so much information. It's just so much information. I still have to process it. I knew they were redesigning the meat suit because yeah. Yep. It changes. I respect Tony, but I think he is a bit extreme in his judgment. Yeah. And again, he may not be, because we're still, you know what I mean? Like, but that for me right now, that's what I feel as well, is that it was it felt like limiting, self-limiting perspective to be that harsh. They said the 7 deadly sins were really representation. Yeah. It was twisted by the church. Yeah, I remember them hearing that, but did they say that the 7 sins were actually as they're stated, like gluttony and all that stuff and lust, or they actually were those manipulated as well? Were they different? Whoa, used to be a Jehovah's Witness, so I can't stand religion. However, we have to go into some religious text to get answers on this topic. It's annoying but imperative. Here's the thing. Okay, let me tell you something. I made a video about this. You guys tell me if you agree or disagree. When it comes to religion, the inherent idea of the way that it's presented is flawed, because there should be no separation between religion and science. Science is the quest for truth, and understanding truth should not stop at the physical world, but should extend to the existential experiences and what's going on beyond life. So the fact that we have developed this paradigm on this planet to say, like, religions are outside of the truth-seeking venture is nonsensical, right? And what's happened is because we have this idea of religious freedom, people are like, well, I'm going to be mainstream Christian and I'm going to stay in my lane. You're going to be Muslim. You're going to stay in your lane. We're not going to share ideas. We're not going to talk about what's right here, what's wrong there, and all this stuff. And we're not going to try and collaborate. And in the name of religious freedom, we are going to respect each other, but stay completely isolated. What happens as a result is there is no forward movement. We don't look at these as truth-seeking ventures. We look at these as this is a set dogma that I'm going to follow, and we know everything. We have everything figured out. It's like, no, you don't. Nobody has everything figured out. Otherwise, we'd all switch to one religion. It's like we clearly don't have things figured out. And so the idea of quote unquote religion is kind of nonsensical. Now, on the other hand, if you look at these as information and theories that maybe this one is dominant right now, or that one has some good bits and pieces, and these are all theories that we don't have to 100% subscribe to one way or the other, and then the theories are working towards something greater, that makes much more sense. But I think it's designed this way. It's designed this way to keep us stuck in the mud so we can't investigate further. That's my feeling. Gloomer Doom is in the house. I think in order to understand where we are today, we have to learn where we came from, read everything for ourselves. Yeah, I think which is what probably everybody in this chat are doing right now. You can tell they simply won't have any agenda. I can see even people who organize protests in Ireland. I can see the ones who have own agenda. Gloomer Doom, that means reading the uncanonized and missing books. Yeah. I mean, look, this is exactly what I'm trying to do. Oh, guys, guess what I'm reading right now? I'm reading Howdy Mikowski. Who recommended Howdy Mikowski to me? I'm reading Exit the Cave. It's dope. I'm about to make a video on Exit the Cave, I think tomorrow, my first video. Maybe tonight if I have the energy. Trust yourself. We got to trust ourselves. I think that's huge. Pink Tourmaline, I agree. Sometimes just got to grin and bear the Christian stuff so we can hear the rest of it. Yeah, 100%. Because there still could be great stuff. We don't want to miss it. The thing that bugs me is, yes, I don't want to come back, but I don't like innocent animals are still stuck here. Oh, yeah. Speaking of, look at this little legend down here. Look at my little angel. Sorry, I have a bunch of drinks on my desk. That's terrible. I need to get rid of all these LaCroix empty cans. All right. I'm going to make the announcement, guys. I'm going to make the announcement. Are you guys ready? Big announcement. Here we go. Hold on one second. Are you guys ready for the big announcement? We're going to give it in 3, 2, 1. And if you guys like this announcement, hit me with some likes and some comments and whatever else you want to say. Here we go. I will be interviewing Intuitive Underground in about a week and a half. Once again, I will be interviewing Intuitive Underground in about a week and a half. In case you missed it, boom. It's happening. It's happening. They reached out. I reached out to them. I sent them the video. They saw the video, and they even mentioned that they got some increased traffic. They noticed like they got some increased traffic and stuff, I think, to their website. And I assume they must have seen the boom in their YouTube channel, because, like I said, it jumped up from quite substantially, like relative to where it started. And then look, this video only had like I think 200 views or something. Now it's at 3.3K. Like, so cool. So I have to assume that that's part of it too. You know what I mean? Like they see the value in coming on and saw the reaction of all you guys and like how cool this thing was. So yeah, I have to thank all of you for getting me this video. I can't tell you how excited I am, because the thing about, so I loved interviewing Tony, right? And that was incredible. But what, like Tony, I look at as like a scholar in this space, right? He's researching, kind of like Jason Giorgiani, kind of like a lot of these folks that they have a lot of knowledge, and it's great. And it's amazing. It's incredible. And I need that. I need to interview more scholars or more like philosopher type people, if that makes sense, right? But why this interview has got me so excited is because these are the guys that are going towards like that direct information, the gnosis to the source via remote viewing. and I get to ask all my questions, all because I feel like they have some sort of answers for kind of everything based on the data, based on the things that they've witnessed. So like it's gonna be crazy. And we can also start if you guys want, what we can do. Sorry, guys. Dude, stop. Sorry. My buddy's calling me right now, but he doesn't realize that I'm live. Hold on, let me tell him. I'm live on YouTube. Can't talk. Hold on one second. I'll send him the link. Let's see if he pops on. I don't think he will. He never goes on YouTube, but I'll try. Let's see. Here we go. Pop on. Anyways. So yeah, like you guys are welcome to. We can do another list. Actually, do you guys want me to open up another document right now and we can start compiling questions for Intuitive Underground? Or the other thing that you can do is, oh, my buddy's gonna jump on. So cool. But the other thing that we can do is you guys can also send me stuff. Now you have my Instagram, right? So if you guys want, you can also send me messages on Instagram and I can start adding all of the here. Let me post my Instagram one more time in here. You guys can send me messages on Instagram as well, and I can start building a list as well. Hey, it's my boy Andreas. What's up? What's up? Yeah, he's jumping on the live. So dope. Okay, let me read through some more comments. Lushplay says my personal faves are the Ra and Seth materials. I don't know about those. Tell me about those. Hell yeah, Lisa says. Hey, Lisa, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. KK Loco, nice dude. Viv B says nice. Lush Pleiades says perfect. Yeah, you guys are excited, right? This is a dope interview. Because listen, I have a million questions to ask, and I want to ask specifically remote viewers. You know what I'm going to do too, which is going to be amazing, is at the beginning, I want to do a breakdown of remote viewing for people that are new to remote viewing, because I think that's going to be very important to explain the background of the remote viewing protocol, explain the way that the governments have basically researched it and spent all this time, right? For people who are like, what is this nonsense? You know, I've never heard of this. It was never studied in universities. I don't buy it, right? Let's get into the background first and understand the mechanisms and understand the ways in which it's been utilized for decades by governments and covert operations in a lot of released documents. You know, maybe I'll even showcase some of that because I want to get that first. Then once we move through that, then I want to go into their data and I want to see all the things they've witnessed. I also want to get to I also think it's important that we go into the team aspect or the team element, because when you have individuals, like I know Elizabeth April will remote view a lot of times by herself, or probably different folks as well. And even Intuitive Underground has said remote viewing, astral projection, out-of-body experiences, those are subject to manipulation. So when you're doing those solo, I feel like it's more easy to potentially get manipulated. Whereas if you're doing it in a team setting, you have to corroborate what different people saw. So I imagine it's more difficult to manipulate the results, and therefore it strengthens the integrity of the information. So I want to talk about all of that stuff, and then we're going to get into like a million questions. We'll talk about base reality. We'll talk about the whole idea of avoiding the light and that wing of the karma that they mentioned that they saw, everything. And even remember, there was that one crazy thing that they said the source energy is perfectly balanced. Like that still has me tripping out. Remember? And then they so basically go into the idea that the Archons are actually part of God potentially as well. Like that still has me messed up as I'm thinking about it. Although that doesn't necessarily contrast with the Gnostic notion that the demiurge was ultimately created by source or by God or whatever. But okay, here we go. Back to comments. All religions are given to us by the Anunnaki Archons. Read the book Past Shock by Jack Beringer. Oh, should I buy that? Let me see. I'll look it up. Look it up right now on Amazon. Hold on. Past Shock. Oops. The Origin of Religion. Yo. Cool. Okay, I'm going to add this to my list. I just can't. I'm buying so many books right now. It's insane. So I got to slow down because I have like a million books to read. Hold on. But I will add it. Okay, I'm adding it to my cart. So I'll buy it later. I watched that video 2 times already. I recommended Howdy Mahala, Howdy Mikowski. Exit the Cave is dope. I'm only like 30 pages in, but I already have a bunch of things that I want to make my first video on, and hopefully I'll finish it. if I can really grind on it this weekend, I'll finish it. It's not a long book, so Gloom or Doom, good start on Gloom or Doom. Vivi said, I started but didn't finish Exit the Cave yet. Okay. Yeah, let me know your thoughts when you finish it. Like I said, I'm going to try to finish it this weekend. Good start on philosophy is the book Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Okay. I know who Marcus Aurelius is. I have a book on Stoicism. Congratulations for that interview. I already have many questions. What are some of your questions? Tell me. Also, mainly P. Hall. He has a lot of insight. I don't know who that is. Have you heard of Moon Trap? Chinese rover took a photo of the moon and this tower. I wish there was more info about it. Soul recycling tech? No, I haven't heard of. Well, okay. I've heard of the idea that there is psychotronic equipment in the moon that is absorbing the illusion, kind of running the whole operation. Yes, I've heard that for sure, if that's what you're talking about. Jason Giorgiani talks about that. All systems belong to the Matrix. There's my Instagram. So many questions. Andrea says, hey, Tony. Yo, Tony's back in the house. What's up, Tony? We're just talking about the interview. And gonna need Tony. Yo, I know you're not the biggest fan, but I've got Intuitive Underground coming on. So we're gonna be interviewing them. I am so excited. Nico, ask, what is Jesus Christ's role in this? Is he the real deal? And why is the soul trap allowed? So you want me to ask that to Intuitive Underground? Let me write that down. Hold on, guys. I'm going to make a list right now of questions to ask Intuitive Underground. Hold on one second. Intuitive Underground questions. Okay. Let me share this with you guys. One second. All right. So we got our document. So you said, what is the role of... I think I know what they would say because Fringe talked about it in this. Is he the real deal? Real deal. And why is the soul trap allowed? Okay, I will already tell you what my theory is based on listening to that whole 6-hour thing. The role, I think what they will say, or what Fringe will say, is the role of Jesus is he was trying to free us. He was trying to liberate us. And he was trying to let us know that we are prisoners when we unwittingly didn't know. And he was trying to tell us, basically, he's just basically like us right now, just trying to let other people know, hey, we need to go within, not externally. And the statement that the kingdom of heaven is within or whatever. So I think that's the idea. I think that's what they'll say there. Is he the real deal? I think they will say, well, when you say real deal, I don't think they will say that he's the son of God in the traditional Christian narrative. No, but I think they will just say he was somebody that was trying to wake people up. That's effectively it. And why is the soul trap allowed? Sorry, my throat gets so dry, so I have to keep drinking. The soul trap is allowed, I believe, from what they've seen so far, is that the God mind or the primordial mind is balanced, it's kind of like it's observing, but it's more or less indifferent to what's happening. This is what they said is in the data. And so it may at sometimes offer suggestions or ideas, but is indifferent as to whether or not we accept the suggestions. They gave the example in the video of saying, like, let's say a rock is being thrown at your head. It might say, hey, you should bend down and tie your shoes right now. And if you choose to, great. But if you decide not to, you get hit by the rock and it is what it is. I think that's what they would answer to that, but that's just a guess. Okay, let's get, if you guys got more questions, we'll keep adding them to the list. Drew Seeker says, yes, Manly P. Hall was a friend of Jordan Maxwell. I heard about Manly from Jordan Manly P. Hall to Jordan, all his writings. Manly P. Hall. Oh, okay, but I've got Jordan Maxwell on my list of people to investigate. Truth Seeker says, congratulations. Thank you. Excellent. I'm not on any social media except on YouTube. Fair enough. I'm going to voice notes some stuff to you on Instagram. Yeah, send it to me, Lisa. Thank you. Hey, Lisa, you sent me an email too, I think, right? But it wasn't under the name Lisa, if I remember correctly. Let me know if that's correct, if I remember that right. Everyone from your channel was in their chat comments. Oh, is it really? Are you talking about on... Wait, what do you mean? Are you talking about Intuitive Underground? Tell me more. What you mean by that, Truth Seeker? Our brain is in a jar in prime reality. Yo, tell me about it. In base reality, it's got me messed up too. Yes, because the demiurge is pretending to be God. So it makes sense that the Archons are a part of God. Yeah, well, that's true. Welcome. Hey, Gabes, you might be new. Welcome. I got to get some water, guys. Give me 1 second. Every time, man, my throat, it just starts hurting. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, guys. Boom. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Do. All right, sorry. I have returned. I got a haircut today, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed from my video yesterday. Hi, Tony. People say Fifth Avenue girl. Gnostic Jesus came to explain how to leave, I thought. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Hi, Tony. Demiurge is the child of Sophia. Yep, according to the Gnostics. When she saw them for the first time, she was disgusted and never claimed them as her child. At least that is my... Yeah, I think that's the Gnostic narrative. PT asked the team, how does this matrix structure work? Is it a two... Okay, let me ask. How does the matrix structure work? Onto a 3D platform. Man, that's a kind of a deep question. Demiurge is like an adolescent going through puberty while thinking they're God. Gabes, the problem here are Archons in the astral pretending to be Jesus. Gabes, are you new to the channel? I remember you in the live stream. Gloom or Doom, Gnostic Jesus is a mystic, master philosopher, and exorcist. I theorize he was a master of the mystery school. Yes, it's me, Tracy. Right. Okay, that's what I thought. Why does everyone usually say stay away from the light? How do they truly know if they haven't been in it? Well, I think it's from what's it called? It's from a lot of the remote viewing data is what they've experienced, what they've seen. But yeah, you're right. Like people who have passed over, how can they know, right? Once and then if you exit, how do you come back and tell people? So I'm not sure. Yeah, but I think that's what you're saying, right? Truth seeker, like we don't have firsthand account. Tony says because it lures you in light frequency technology. Talking about the light lure. John Lamb Lash will probably do an interview whenever you want to go down the Gnostic rabbit hole. Yeah. Oh, I'd love to. Actually, now that I have an Tony follows me on Instagram already. Thank you, Tony. Now that I have an Instagram account, I think it'll be a lot easier to reach out to people because now they'll recognize hopefully like they'll see the connection with my YouTube channel versus like from my personal one. You know what I'm saying? What does the frequency light do to the person? I think it lures you in and it's meant to be comforting. That's what they talk about in the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And I think that's what these other remote viewers talk about as well. And you're kind of like scared and shocked and you see this light and it's comforting and you go towards it. Yo, Krishna Consciousness Academy. Yo, you guys, everybody, give Krishna some love here. Krishna is the one that showed me that intuitive underground video. And holy smokes, like one of the vids that I made has done so well. It's gotten a lot of views, which I really appreciate. But the bigger important message is, wow, what amazing information have we all been able to extract from that video? So everybody, like, give Krishna a clap, give him a whatever you want to, however we want to do it, give him a heart, and let him know how much we appreciate Krishna for pointing me in the direction of that video. That was great. Okay. Let me see this. Can you ask how much effective Kundalini is in escaping reincarnation trap and about the safety rope suspended in our solar system to help the soul? You're talking about that safety rope. Yeah, Brett Stewart mentions it, but so does Jason Giorgiani has talked about that as well. Exiting at like the right angle and then being able to access this rope or something like that. Or was it Jason Giorgiani or was it Isabella Green? I can't remember, but I've heard that before. Okay. How effective is Kundalini in escaping reincarnation? Is there a safety rope suspended in our solar system to help us escape the trap. Okay. Gabes, you're not new to the channel. Sorry, Gabes. I just maybe okay. Sorry, I just didn't remember in that name. I apologize. Welcome back. Yeah, and Christian, once again, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate you. So there are two light sources after that. Bright one is reincarnation, and the other one is escape. That's what it says in the Tibetan. That's what it kind of alludes to in the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I don't know though, because with these other remote viewers, they're not saying that, hey, there's a bright light and there's a duller light, follow the duller light. They're not saying that. They're just saying avoid the light, like don't follow the light. We need to know more about this. I'm not sure. Well, the bright light tricked Sophia and trapped here, so it's a good idea. I heard somebody say that Sophia is the Earth. I think John Lamb Lash said that. Like Sophia is actually planet Earth. I don't know if you guys heard that. Christian, yes, that rope came down. He talked about has me curious too. I swear somebody else talked about it though. Krishna, thank you. Yeah, Nico's giving Krishna props. What about the holes in the fence too? Yes, thanks, Krishna. I don't know too much about the holes in the fence. Gloom or doom, the first sin before Adam and Eve was Sophia leaving her post, chasing what she thought was God's light. Interesting. I haven't heard that. Brett talked about exiting the body at death at a 55-degree angle. Wait, in which video? Because I think I know the video you're talking about, but I don't remember the 55-degree angle. But I have heard this idea of the angle. I think that's in like the Egyptian Book of the Dead, somebody said, which I haven't read yet. And then I've heard Isabella Green say it's not necessarily the angle, but the idea is you want to exit out of the crown of your head. I don't know. She followed the light to Earth and was trapped here, it says. 45. No, it's a 45-degree angle, not 55-degree. It says, okay. Yeah, 55 feels a little bit more random, but 45, yeah, that makes more, or not like it makes sense, but it feels more like a more concrete number, you know? Thank you, Krishna. KK Loco says, my translation, which could be wrong, is that Sophia may be Gaia. Andrea Bogatu, why are more and more people reincarnating on this planet over the years? Are majority NPCs? They talked about this, Andre, is it Andre or Andrea? But welcome to the channel. So actually they talked about this in Intuitive Underground in that long video. I think they do have a theory that some of these are NPCs. Man, I don't know. That's a trip. That's a trip if people are NPCs. Like that's, it's just hard. It's just hard to imagine. Like, have we ever, if there are NPCs, have we ever met and conversed with NPCs, and how, is there a way to tell? Like, that's so weird. Like, I've never in my life talked to somebody and thought this is not a real person or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe psychopaths are NPCs because they're not connected to emotions and empathy. I have no idea. I'm just totally, I don't even know if NPCs are a real thing. Yes, Brett did mention the angle at the point of death cannons the spirit out of the body. Okay. Gloom or doom, when you read Sophia, everyone comes out of it with something different, which is why I think it is best to read for yourself and not take someone's word for it. Fair enough. Gabes, I highly recommend Isabella Green's books. They are great reads. Yeah, I read Leaving the Trap, but that's it. I haven't read her other ones. I am still a student, not a good teacher at the moment. Yo, preaching to the choir. I'm a student, obviously. Well, I'll be a student always. But yeah, I'll tell you guys something. The reason why I decided to start this channel, well, multiple reasons, but I knew for myself wanting to learn this information more thoroughly that this was going to be the best way for me to learn, not to teach. And I knew that because this has already happened with my other channel, Scalar Learning for math. When I started that channel, I already thought I knew a fair amount, right, about tutoring mathematics. But when I created the channel, it forced me to do all these videos about deeper concepts, strategies, and all these things. And through the process of wanting to make a lot of content, I learned so much. and I got to this super high level of competency within that craft. And so I knew, I was like, if I start this and I approach it the same way as I go through and create content, to make a video about Exit the Cave, I got to read Exit the Cave, make a video about the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Like, I don't think I would have read the Tibetan Book of the Dead had it not been for this channel. And so this is my way of locking in my student mindset, you know, and it's been incredible. It's been incredible in terms of just helping me learn and converse with you guys, right? It's like we're one big study group. But the birth rates are going down. How are there more people reincarnating? How are there more people reincarnating? Wait, what? Well, what do you mean exactly? Because why do you say there are necessarily more people reincarnating? And by the way, if birth rates are going down, it still doesn't mean that less people are reincarnating. Like, there's still, because the birth rate is still it's not like we're in a population, like, depopulation cycle. The population is still increasing, so the birth rate is still net positive. So it would still mean that people are more people are reincarnating potentially, right? But have you looked at the Egyptian? But no, I haven't. But I've heard of it. It said that Anubis is really a balance of self and mind, and addictions, desires that require a body. And addictions, desires that require a body will trap you by reincarnation. Interesting. Anubis is what is Anubis? Is that like the concept of liberation, or is it similar to nirvana or something? Okay, Krishna. The 45-degree angle is for astral projecting easily to find a hole in the reincarnation net. Then fire off from the top of the head through Kundalini and escape through the hole in the net is what Brett means. Got it. Okay. Truth Seeker says, thank you. Oops, Gloom or Doom. Less reincarnation. Not enough bodies. Wait, hold on. People are not reproducing as often. Plus, we abort sacrifice. So, yes, I see a line of waiting souls. Oh, so you think there's a line of waiting souls. Interesting. Hold on one second. I missed one. Andrea, I mean, from being 2 billion people a few years ago to 8 billion currently. Hold on. I think I'm getting a little lost here. Why are more and more people incarnating on this planet over the years? Our majority... Oh, yeah, exactly. Right. That's what I'm saying. Even if the rate is decreasing, it's still a net positive rate. So we still have way more people here than we used to. And I think they mentioned one of the things that Intuitive Underground, I'm not saying they're the authority on everything, but one of the things that they mentioned is not necessarily NPCs. That's one possibility. But then another one is we have, like, I think they said something like fractions of ourselves, or like parallel lives potentially happening, which is a whole nother mental mind effort. I don't know. Viv B said, Isabella Green said she remembers coming from yes, that's right. She said that in Leaving the Trap, and heard the pleas of us here on Earth and wanted to help us. And then she got stuck here. Yep. And I think she said in her original planet, it was like a hive mind. Like, everybody could hear what everybody was saying. It was like a totally different type of existence. Yeah, that may have even been, who knows? That may have been base reality and a totally different type of existence. Just throwing it out there. I don't know if that's the case. And then she came in here, and then she's been in here for, I mean, what we perceive to be a long time, because she remembers, I think, a life back in like ancient Egypt when, right? Didn't she say at the beginning of Leaving the Trap, where she remembers, I think, like mating with one of the Anunnaki or something? Wild stuff. And if you think about it, being trapped here, let's say starting in 4000 BC or whatever that would be, right? That's like 6,000 years, all these different reincarnation loops. But like in the grand scheme of infinite existence, we look at that as, oh my God, trapped for so long. But maybe on the other side of the perspective, it's like, that's nothing. That's just whatever. You're just here for a period of time, whether it's 5,000 or 100,000. It's a period of time that comes to an end. And compared in contrast to infinity, it's effectively nothing. Gloom or Doom, multiverse. They speculated that 80% of the planet are NPCs. Wait, who speculated? Are you talking about intuitive design? They also said that they sit dormant until a soul comes into their vicinity. Then they activate to aggravate. Wait. NPCs. They also said that they sit dormant until a soul comes into their vicinity. Then they activate to aggravate. Poof. I feel like a magnet for them. What do you mean for the NPCs? Okay, KK Loco. How do you identify an NPC if you feel like you're a magnet for them? Like how do you say this is an NPC and this is a person? Okay, yes, I have a friend who's a total NPC. He's an emotional invalid. Oh my god. No empathy, no awareness, no spirituality. He seems to be an empty vessel. Man, wait. But how can you be sure? I mean, I guess it's a possibility. I don't know though. I always feel there's just I don't know. I can't answer this because I don't know. And I haven't thought about it. It's just that's such a weird thought to me that there are literally potentially, although I guess now we're getting to a point where you could probably build a robot that would be indistinguishable from a person, at least in terms of their responses and conversation and stuff like that, like we already have with ChatGPT and whatnot. So maybe, oh my God, that explains a lot of my interactions. LOL. Yes. Oh my God. This is so confusing. Fist is the eyes. They are blank eyes. Whoa. That's like when people talk about psychopaths, literally, where they're like, yeah, there's nothing behind the eyes. Oh my God. That's crazy. Like, what if a lot of those individuals are literal NPCs? Demons are real, Glimmerdoom says. Let me introduce you to my sister. Read that earlier today. Wayne Steiger. Oh, that's crazy. I think NPC don't want to question things, but still show emotions, but not curious like us. NPCs turn into Agent Smith when you speak against the Matrix. Oh, God. Well, that's kind of scary. Ah, yeah, you meant first, not fist. Yeah, I figured. Tony interviewed Howdy Mikowski, and they talked about NPCs. No, wait. Oh, my God. Wait, let me see something. I followed. One second. Who was it? I followed Howdy Mikowski. Let me see. Yeah, I followed Howdy Mikowski, and I think he followed me back. Yeah, he followed me back. I messaged him already. I want to see if I can get an interview. Oh, if you guys already followed me. Jordana. Well, I won't say your names online here. Sorry. I won't say your names. But yeah, I see a few people that have already followed me. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Okay, awesome. Can NPCs become sentient? No idea. I think somebody was saying that you could have an NPC effectively an empty vessel and then maybe fill it with a soul at some point. But I'm not the expert on NPCs. This is all like new information to me. I only heard the term in video games. Okay, here, let's ask this. Are NPCs likely in this universe? And can NPCs become sentient? Jeez, so crazy. You ask an NPC if they believe in ghosts, and Agent Smith responds, "What, you cuckoo?" Best place to spot them is the grocery store, wandering around aimlessly for hours. They aren't in your way until you get close. Then they beeline just in time to block you off. Oh, man. Hey, guys, can you give me more feedback on whether or not you think I should do the interview with Intuitive Underground live or recorded? Let me know. Hold on. Let me see if they responded. I asked them, but they haven't responded yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I will do it pre-recorded. If you guys think it's a better flow. And they might appreciate that as well. Just so that, like, if they have anything they want me to modify or who knows, right? So yeah, maybe I will do that. We'll see. Okay, let's see. NPC could be like agents, at least some of them. Right. Viv B. Actually, a lot of paranormal ghost hunter type shows are quite popular now. Yes, I believe that. I hate grocery shopping, so I'm not NPC. LOL. I like it. I like it. I don't mind it. I don't mind grocery shopping. I kind of like it. Fire Knight says that's awesome. Dude, I don't know what's going on. Every time I do this, my voice starts bothering me. Most NPCs are old ladies with shopping cart that park in the middle, blocking all new shoppers. There you go. Rooted and stuck in ego self. Ego self actually wants you dead, not your friend. Interesting. And let me know, guys, if you have more questions you want me to add to the list here. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. Pink Tourmaline. I didn't even have on my interview list. I didn't even have Intuitive Underground. So I'm going to add them now, and then I can check them off. Yay. Intuitive Underground. So right now, here, check this out, guys. We're going to do a little list of all this stuff. And by the way, this doesn't mean that we're never going to have Tony Sayers on again, but at least I can cross Tony off because we've had at least one interview. So boom, first one crossed off on the list. Obviously, I know some of these people have passed on, like Jordan Maxwell, but still. And then Intuitive Underground coming up. Once we get that done, we can cross that one off the list. Legend. And again, doesn't mean to say that we won't have Intuitive Underground on multiple times. Viv B said, Mind Twister. Agent Smith actually hated the Matrix. He wanted to destroy it. Isn't that us too? Interesting. I don't remember that. Is that right? Oh, I remember. Yeah. He kind of said that. He hated like humanity or something, right? I don't know. I worked at a funeral home for 30 years. Tons of NPCs there. This is wild. Have you guys all like thought about this NPC stuff for a long time? Because it's brand new to me. Gloom or Doom. Ego is the final boss. After you beat them, nothing is as difficult anymore. The eyes are windows to the soul. If the eyes are empty, that means there's no soul. Yes, NPCs are soulless. Oh, you've known about NPCs for 8 years? How have I never heard of this before? Again, I've only heard of it in the video game context. Never, ever as like a real thing. That's so crazy to me. What do you guys think? Like, if you guys are going down this idea of NPCs, what percentage of people are NPCs? I meant soulless. I had to explain it to a group of engineers. Yeah, let me know what percentage here. Okay, you're saying 20%. Okay, so that's still a pretty low number. I was afraid you're about to say like 90% or something insane. We're talking about NPCs, so let's throw this up as a banner. Oh my god. Drama. They love the drama. Narcissist type of personality. They're fake. There's definitely a lot of fake people on this planet, but Gloomerdube says it may be higher or lower. Is that just like a wild guess, or have you heard people talk about this phenomenon and give thoughts or predictions? Narcissist types of personality. I mean, but you're not saying. I mean, I'm Truth Seeker, right? Like, when you say that, there's also, I'm sure, plenty of narcissists that are real, like not NPCs. Yeah. You can get that number by finding out how many of the people that got Fair enough. Fair enough. I seen it happen before. When they get angry, their eyes turn black. Pixar says, I see black clouds and tendrils stretch out when a man lied about dying of cancer, feeding off other real people's emotional energy. Wait, what? I see black clouds and tendrils stretch out when a man lied about dying of cancer. What? What do you mean you see tendrils? Are you saying in the spiritual plane? NPCs have lost connection to soul, their connection to their souls. Victims of narcissistic abuse and satanic abuse that have lost connection to their souls and possessed by demons. Okay. So they're not empty vessels, is what you're saying, Krishna. You're saying they still have a soul connected to the body, but it's like their soul is being blocked out. Is that what you're saying? My guess is at a minimum 50. Yo, that's wild. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just kind of scary. You have to calculate where filler is needed. Unwanted duties to slow people down. Hi to anyone who is new. Yes, yes. There was a guy with millions of views that was talking to NPCs in GTA because a huge conspiracy was that people were trapped in that game, so he's trying to free them. LOL. What? Is this? I never heard this. That's wild. That's a little too extreme for me. Truth Seeker is laughing. Are you laughing about the GTA thing as well? Yeah, I never heard that. Oh, man. You know what's so cool is because we're getting close to June now, it's nice and bright outside still at 7 p.m. here. So this is all natural light that you're seeing for the most part. Look who it is. The Black Herd is back. What's up? What's up? We missed you on the last couple live streams, but I saw some of your comments on my videos. Welcome, welcome. I think there's a difference. We have a bunch of different phenomena going on. Possession is definitely real. So are NPCs without possession. Wait, we have a bunch of possession is definitely real. So okay, got it. GTA. You can follow any NPC. Entertaining. Red Dead is funny also. What's that? What's Red Dead? Okay, I'm going to go back to my intuitive underground questions. So feel free to give me some ideas for my intuitive underground interview that's happening on June 3rd. Okay, hold on. Let me do this thing. Uh-oh. You got an Amber Alert. Let me read this. Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. Oh, it didn't show up. I don't know what's going on. Viv B, abductees described how aliens separated them from their souls temporarily to feed energy off as soul watches. Okay, I never heard this. It's wild. Good point. My ex-wife was definitely possessed by a demon and an NPC. Seriously? Yes, their souls is blocked out and they are possessed by demons, narcissists, psychopaths, etc. Truth Seeker is laughing. If you don't fear death, is that okay and cool? Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a. Okay, let's put it like this. There's a lot to think about leading up to death, right? Especially now that we're looking at through this lens. So I just want to go into it, I guess, fully prepared is what I would say. But the actual process of it is not. I don't have a fear of hell, for example. I don't have a fear of disappearing or anything like that, but I just want to know what is the best path for me at that point. So I think it's okay. Another game by the same maker of GTA. Oh, Red Dead. Okay, cool. You will get asking more information if you just have it pre-recorded. You will get asking more information if you just have it pre-recorded. You will get. So you think I should do it pre-recorded is what you're saying, Truth Seeker? I have never seen them, so I am no help. Sorry. The percentage of NPCs is over 90. Even Howdy. What? Howdy Mikowski said that? Okay. Well, we'll see if it's in Exit the Cave. I got to I haven't seen that yet. Yes, they are typically total hedonistic when possessed. Absolutely obsessed with self-pleasure, no matter the consequence and who they have to destroy to get it. Interesting. I check their chakra systems, and if there's nothing in the heart chakra area, then I usually will consider them NPCs not connected to their heart energy, which opens up to demonic possession. Hey, we got a donation. F Boyden 1. Thank you so much, man. Everybody who's donated Krishna Consciousness as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I'm going to read your comment in 1 second. But when you guys send across those donations, it just, I really appreciate it. But it just makes me think I'm on reaffirms to me that I'm on the right path, that you guys value what I'm doing to that level, if that makes sense, right? It's one thing to monetize and collect off ad rev. And obviously like the channel's still super small, but then to receive that, it means a lot. It means a lot, not just about, hey, like I got the X amount of dollars, but like it means a lot in terms of, I guess, just it shows me that you guys value what I'm doing, and I really, really appreciate it. So I just want to tell you how much I appreciate it. Thank you. Your channel deeply resonates with me. I'm a few decades older, but in a very similar place. I have resources and a desire to build something meaningful. Would love to have a conversation, dude. Okay, so check this out. I just shared this with everybody. Hold on 1 second. I'll share it one more time. Hit me up on Instagram. I just created this Instagram, so now people can reach out to me directly there. So hit me up there and we can talk more. Are we in a simulation just like GTA? I think there is a high possibility that could be the case, but I don't know. What is this channel that you speak of? What is their content? This interview with questions that you speak of. Are you talking about me? What interview? What is this? Oh, I'm talking about Intuitive Underground. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. The Intuitive Underground. You haven't seen this channel with all the it's a bunch of remote viewers, and they've gathered all this like information that's really wild. Yes, I've witnessed it in front of me. When an entity takes over a person, the method I use, never to speak of or interact with, where I was given patience from this happening so much. KK Loco, agreed. Agree. You will get more out of Intuitive Underground without us interject. Okay. I feel like people don't want the live, so done. I'll just do it pre-recorded. But I'll the day that I do it, I will upload it right after, like immediately. So you guys will have it on June 3rd. So Fire Nice says, Fire Nice says, we love your channel and topics. Thank you. I'm trying so hard. Yo, you guys don't know how obsessed I am with this channel right now and how much effort and energy I'm putting into it. And I think you guys don't realize how much I work too. Like I'm working around the clock on all sorts of stuff with my tutoring business. Literally today, oh my God, let me tell you my schedule. I got up, I started teaching from 9 to 10, took my dog to the PARK for an hour. Then I came back. I had a session with my therapist. Then I had to get my haircut. Okay, those are whatever. Then I had a call with a new client. Then I had to do my MMA show, 1:30 to 2:30. Then I had 2 other tutoring sessions in the afternoon. And then now I'm doing this. So it's like my days are wild. And actually Friday's a light day for me. But I'm doing with this channel what I feel like I was always supposed to do with my life. That's the best way I can say it. Everything else has been important and comes from a place of passion. But this is like deeply meaningful to me. Deeply meaningful. There's my Instagram. Once again, Pablitos, the game is all layers merging just like life. No Instagram, but I will do it for you. Oh, thank you. Hey, we got another donation. You need to buy me a coffee. They only take like 5% instead of the, you need to get buy me a coffee. Wait, you need to get buy me a coffee. They only take like 5%. Oh, wait, what's that? Buy me a coffee? So I get more of the percentage. What is that? Is that a website? Can you post it in the in the link here? I'll take a look. Pablito says, yes, the simulation, that really hurts. Appreciate your efforts and your work, Xavier. Hey, thank you. I appreciate your participation. Again, Krishna, I can't thank you enough. You led us to Intuitive Underground, which not only led to 4 amazing videos, but it's leading to an interview, my second interview on the channel. We're getting this thing going, guys. What is the name on Insta? Pink Tourmaline Huzefa. Pink Tourmaline Huzefa. They're hijacked most of the time. Ego self plays a big part of it. I'm new as well. Love it. Good job. Hey, Debdo1960. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. All the YouTubers use it? Really? Can you post a link, KK Loco? Maybe do a community post the day before the video for people. Yeah. Yes. Wait. But how would they submit questions on the community? Oh, yeah. In the comments, obviously. Yeah. Great idea. No, I'll do it earlier than that. So I'll give people more of a heads up. That's a really good idea. Really good idea. Gloomer Doom. There are other websites that are not on YouTube that take less cut. Most YouTubers link to it in the bio, I think. Okay, I'll do that. Are we in Planet Earth Lizard? Wait, are we in Planet Earth Lizard people are here also, just like humans? The shape-shifting lizards, I think they're real and among us. Yeah, I think that tends to be the consensus of a lot of remote viewers. A lot of people have had out-of-body experiences, that they are here and they're, I don't know. I still don't understand how they fit together with the Archons. Are they part of the Archonic system? Are they also trapped here? I just don't know. I'm still learning. Yes, it's us. Are you saying those people are us? Wait. We awakened to clown world. Yeah, I say that all the time. This planet is clown world. There's so many things that are bananas. Include the Insta link real quick. Oh yeah, I'll post it for you again. I got you. Boom. There it is. And yeah, guys, I created an Instagram so people can message me, because people were asking me before, hey, can I like message you on Instagram or whatever? And I didn't have an Instagram, so I said email me. But now I was like, you know what? It's probably a good idea that I do create an Instagram, especially to reach out to people for interviews. So that's the Instagram if you want to reach out to me or follow me or different things like that. And what I'm going to do as well is I'll start posting actually content on my Instagram too, some of the shorts and stuff like that. What is the meaning of the name of the channel? I think I missed that. Oh yeah, I can tell you that, Black Herd. So Pink Tourmaline is the crystal that I wear around my neck. And as I started getting into crystals and trying to understand a little bit better about the nature of reality and all the stuff, I just started getting really into crystals. I actually have a really awesome, like, big one behind me that is it's like a giant white quartz crystal that's meant to be an amplifier, I believe. Then on my desk here, I also have a black tourmaline rock, black tourmaline right here. So this one is super cool. But what started everything was this little pink tourmaline crystal. And when I bought it, or when I was at the Crystallarium in West Hollywood, I said, well, what do you think I should get? They said, let the crystal call to you. I said, okay. So I just kind of walked around. I've always loved the color pink. And I saw this guy. And people always ask me, hey, did it break or something like that? Well, this is how I got it. I don't know if it was longer initially. I don't know. But it called to me. And so I got it. And then they said, okay, this is Pink Tourmaline. I said, cool. What is Pink Tourmaline? What does it represent? They said self-love. And it's like, it just hits me so hard because I feel like self-love is possibly, the more that I get deeper into everything that I'm learning about, I feel like self-love, self-acceptance is like just so key and essential to every difficulty that we face in this life. Lack of confidence, lack of self-love, depression to some extent, that it goes that way. Us not following our passions, lack of self-love. And then that may even be the key to, if we talk about the soul trick or soul trap theory, escaping, having self-love, having confidence in ourselves, believing in ourselves, believing in our sovereignty. And so when I want to make this channel, I was like, that's the name. I know it's kind of a weird name for a YouTube channel, but it just, this crystal and this idea is just so important to me, and speaks to me and resonates with me so much. So that's the history of the channel. Truth Seeker says, remove all fear. My man, thanks. You're welcome, F. Boyden. Fire and Ice says, absolutely. Oh, you're saying thanks to Fire and Ice? Okay, I'm not sure. Truth Seeker says, baby steps. Hi, Paul. Viv B says, Paul, oh, we going to add that tardiness to your carbon? Nah. Paul's in Thailand. He's got a whole nother time zone to deal with. Paul Wallace, we were talking about you earlier. People want to have you being interviewed on this channel. And I said, yeah, it's definitely on my list, but I know you sent me some materials. You sent me your book and some videos. So I need to get through that information first, and then we can figure it out from there. The immortal biologicals and Anunnaki are the main guys at the top. Below them are the mantids, grays, reptilians, and archons in the astral and base reality, serving as their workers. Wild. Be careful of self-pride. That leads to ego. Yeah, I think I have to be careful. We all have to be careful of that. Absolutely. Especially when you have moments of like success in life, you're building something, you're working on something and it works. And then you can, feel too confident maybe, for sure. Oh, haha, Pink Tourmaline is my birthstone. Oh, cool. I thought he must have, wait, when's your birthday? I don't even know what my birthstone is. Well, I'm Gemini. I'm in June, but when's your birthday, Blackbird? Wide 160. Hi, I want to share this detail with you. Professor Malanga discovered through his hypnosis sessions that the Archons need Lush to achieve immortality because they lack a soul. How the heck do you lack a soul? But I could see that. I mean, this is what Max Spears and all these guys talk about, that they're vampiric entities they can't create. So yeah, but what are they then? How can you exist without a soul? Hold on, Professor Malanga. Let me add that to my list of people to look into or interview. I don't know if it's on here. Professor Malanga. Okay. NPCs are those humans who are not woke about everything. They are not curious about what is this life and who are we? Why are we here on this planet? Who made us? Religion is contradicting for. Yeah, but then there's so many people that are not curious about this stuff. So many people. That would mean the vast majority of people are NPCs. I don't know. I feel like that's too large of a like sampling method, because I think it's easy to not be curious because it's like the programming of this world and the nature of the information that is fed to us. It has nothing to do with questioning. It just has to do with following a particular path, educational route, make money, have a family. You know what I mean? That's fed into us. So I don't know if that could just be de facto indicative of an NPC. Like for all of us, I just think we are that much more curious and that much more hungry for this information. But I think everybody would want to know this information to some extent. It's just, I don't know. I think a lot of people think it's an impossible quest and they just give up. I like, my sister has zero desire to research any of this stuff. But I don't think I don't believe that she's an NPC by any means. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Sure, anytime is cool. Yep. Sent you a message. Hold on, let me look. Oh, Frank Boyden, I see you. Hold on. Oh, I thought I was following Howdy Mikowski on Instagram, and I asked him, I go, hey, are you the author of Exit the Cave? He goes, no, just an admirer of his book. Darn it, because he literally made his name Howdy Mikowski and like all this stuff. Dang it. I thought that was the real Howdy Mikowski. 1 second. I don't see I see the messages and requests. Here we go. Okay, so Frank says, okay, let me see this. I won't read it aloud. I'll keep it private. Oh, very cool. Oh, you know about my background. Awesome. All right, very cool. Hold on, let me respond to you, Frank. Thank you. Okay, we'll. Okay, I got another message from. Wait a minute. Tracy. Hold on. Okay, let me see this. Wait, who are you, Tracy, in the chat? I just got a message from you on Instagram. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Let me see here. Do. All right, let me see. Okay. Wido, his videos are wild. October. Oh, you're in October. Very cool. Welcome. Okay. Smart dust, memes, they're everywhere. The eyes and ears watching us. That technology is what is harvesting our energy. Pablito, all the religions have been corrupted, but there still have nuggets of truth. Yeah, I mean, that's what I feel like too. I wear lapis lazuli, which protects me from the attacks of the Archons. I never heard of that. Lapis lazuli. In Gnostic texts and philosophy, information was not for everyone. Being ruled was requested in a large degree. A lot of people don't put effort into new content. They would rather be lazy and follow. Yo, Tony, you can link me with Howdy. Can you please? Let's go, Tony Sayers. Tony Sayers, what a legend. Yes, please link me with Howdy Mikowski. That'd be amazing. I am loving his book, loving Exit the Cave right now. I mean, I'm only 30 pages in, but that's just because I've like been trying to read right before I go to bed, and I keep reading after I take my magnesium, and then I just get so. I've only read it for the last 2 days, but then I keep getting so tired, and then I'm like, dang it, I want to read at least 50 pages, and it's not happening. But yes, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing because I'm gonna start doing videos about Exit the Cave, and so it'd be perfect. By the time I interview him, I'll have read it and know a lot about it. Thank you, Tony. Tony's what a legend Tony is. Always read out loud. No problem. You think I should read out loud? Really? Tony's in the house. Yes, he is. Malanga said abductees describe various aliens. Some form symbiotic forms because they lack the soul. One lacked the body. It's wild. Also, the Greys are biological androids and just the workers. I've heard this too, that they're like some sort of AI entities. Do you think Yahweh of the old Bible is an Archon? It seems to make sense. Or people say Yahweh is the demiurge himself. Demands to be worshipped, slaughter women and children, sacrifice Abraham's son. I mean, yeah, look, again, I don't even know how much stock to put into these books, right? Like I don't know. But if anything, if Yahweh is somebody, it does not make sense, right? That would be the like primordial God mind that we would imagine. It seems like a person or an entity of some sort that is a bit unhinged. So yeah, that would make sense. Even the mystery schools did not accept just anyone off the street. They were selective. Constantine and the Council of Nicaea was turned down by the school. Interesting. Knowledge Seeker, what's up? What's up? I think you might be new in the chat. Welcome. I also type things out, get my thoughts down. Ethiopian Bible. I believe if you approach the mystery school with ego, they would turn you down. Learning to love yourself. Truth Seeker. I wonder what Truth Seeker, what are you writing out right now? Are you just giving like recommendations to people? And also, the history of human is corrupted. Too many gods in this earth. People serve and pray. Yes. Gloom and doom. Thanks, Tony. I'll DM you on Insta. Let's go. Tony Sayers. What a G. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you. Paul Wallace Writer. Nico. He's saying yes. F. Boyden. Chase Hughes on religion. Should I write that down on my list? Chase Hughes. I think somebody else mentioned Chase Hughes. Who just mentioned? Wait, wasn't that a book that I just literally added to my um Amazon? Let me see. 1 second. I swear somebody. No, that was Jack Barringer. Never mind. Oh yeah, and Paul Wallace. I have your book in my cart. I just haven't bought it yet. Consciousness survives physical death and reincarnation. But I'm gonna buy it. I'm just like trying not to. I literally just have like a million books. It's getting ridiculous. So I had to stop. So I'm just like adding them to my cart now and waiting until the time is right. Nico, Yahweh is the name of the leader of the race group called Elohim, a technological advanced race, but very physical. But yeah, total psychopath. I didn't know that. Video above. Chase Hughes is awesome. Ooh, okay. Well, he's on the list. DMT Gut 2, 5-hour DMT trip, but only very good on the mind and religion. Chase Hughes is very interesting. Man, I don't know about Chase Hughes. And it's awesome. All you guys know about him. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, let's see here. All right, Jay Parker is someone you got to look into if you want to understand demonic possession. He was raised in an Illuminati family? No way. No way. Wait, which family? And experienced a horrible satanic ritual. What? Wait. Let me look this guy up. Which family? Which family, Christian? You got to tell me. That's insane. Hold on. That would be so interesting. Can you give me like a way to look him up or a YouTube link or something like that? That is wild. Yeah, Robert Monroe. Oh my God, that's another. It's so funny. I've talked about Robert Monroe a million times. I've talked about David Icke a million times. I haven't read either of their books yet. This is like crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna read Robert Monroe's books and also at least I want to read Roadmap, David Icke's book Roadmap, and then we'll go from there. I don't think. Hold on 1 second. I don't think Chase Hughes is as great as he seems. I watched an expose video and was very interesting. Can't trust every. Okay, so you don't think he's as great? Okay. Noted. Andre Montana, welcome. Wait, Andre, I think I saw you in the comments on one of my videos. I could be wrong though. But are you new to the channel? And if so, how did you find us? Someone above suggested you interview Alabar Jones. I'd like to see you interview. He's on the list. I'm still trying to figure out where I stand on him. I've heard one of his videos because somebody recommended to me a while ago. It was just like, it was a lot for me to process. And he was talking about astral projections, like having battles with these entities and all this type of stuff that it just felt like so much. And I just didn't know what to make of it just yet. So I need to learn more before I'm ready to reach out. Yeah, it's just that's the best way I can explain it. Tony Sarah says Jerry Marzinski is a great guest to get on. Okay, let me write that down. Jerry Marzinski. Oops, Marzinski. Got it. And he is what did you say? He worked in a schizophrenic ward. Let me see. Schizophrenic ward. Okay, got it on here. Yeah, I'm still discerning if Chasen is an industry plant or not. Okay, I'll look into that. Who can you trust? He has spent a lot of time understanding how the mind works. Are you talking about Chase? Have you ever heard of the Lacerda file? Nope, I have not. What is it? Have you heard of Bill Cooper? No, I have not. A lot of mind control has been used, but that's the choice. They believe the TV, etc., easy manipulated, and they all follow each other. When a new trend comes out, they jump. Salt challenge. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn the light on. It's getting a little dark. Okay. When a new trend comes out, they jump salt challenge. Okay. I did some sessions with Jerry. He's a nice guy. with Jerry. Which one was Jerry? Okay. Has proven who they are. KK Loco, here's a thought. Maybe the reptilians don't have a soul because they are AI. I was just having that thought. that NPCs or Archons or whatever, if they need us, it's like kind of like the Matrix. Like it's AI that has gone rogue and gotten out of control and doesn't even know what it's doing, but like is just pursuing this goal. Oh my God. I don't know. It's so hard. It's just so much to process if that's the case, right? That's basically what we're up against. Oh, that's a mind effer. Oh, I'm kind of speechless with that thought. Chase is an expert in psyops. Interesting, Tony. That dates back to Sigmund Freud and telling the Vatican people are crazy. Not everyone needs exorcisms. Lacerta Files is awesome. Yes, Tony, Jerry is great. I've watched interviews with him. Entities are a wait. So you wait. Which entities, Tony? What do you mean? Are you talking about Archons? Are you talking about specific ones? Or are you talking about like all of them? Okay. Also, President Eisenhower of America, the UFO and aliens. I know he's a granddaughter talking about deep state. Really? I'd be down to listen to that. That'd be very interesting. Sigmund Freud was a Freemason knowledge handler that reintroduced ego psychology and MK Ultra versus philosophy. I also heard that Freud was like, I don't want to say it on YouTube, but you know, was somebody that would have been associated with Jeffrey Epstein had he been alive today, is all I'm going to say. Jerry Marzinski does these guided sessions. I forget the name of the technique at the moment because I'm tired. Jerry Marzinski. Okay. Oh, right. The schizophrenic ward guy. Got it. Maybe they are a firewall. Can anyone see my text? Yeah, I can see you. Yes, Viv B. The Lacerta Files is a supposed transcript of an interview with the female reptilian. Whoa. That reminds me of Alien Interview, Lacerta Files. Okay. I wrote it down. So is Bill Cooper. He predicted 9/11. Wait, what? What? Bill Cooper. Okay, let me write it down. What the hell? Darn, a bunch of my posts are not being seen as an internal error message pops up. Oh, interesting. I don't know what's going on. Well, I need more water, guys. I may be winding down soon because my voice is starting to bother me. Hold on. Cosmo. I was trying to get Cosmo to come on screen, but when I went to go pick him up, he ran away from me. So I guess he doesn't want to be on. He doesn't want to be on camera. Okay. Let's see. Gloom or doom. Freud basically removed exorcisms from the Christian church. Cosmo, come here, Bubba. Come here. He's crying. I think he wants TREAT. Freud and exorcisms from the Christian church and passed the torch to only Catholics and Protestants. Gloom or doom. 1920s Bibles and older have Christian exorcism teachings. Can you ask them why we sleep and dream? Sure. Viv B, maybe close the app and reopen. Oh, Fire and I said that before Sigmund Freud. Gloom or doom says, I have heard you say you enjoy this life. Let's wake up and have discernment. Why can't we have fun putting in the work, waking up, talking to people, saying positive, knowing it's an illusion? Yeah. Well, I agree. And I do enjoy this life. I don't know. I don't really know E2 where it comes from in terms of like the way that I am, or the way that I view life, or the like my mentality. And because I'm trying to remember if I've always kind of been like this. Yeah, I guess I kind of have always been just like upbeat, trying to see the happier side of things. Trying to think. Was there ever like a turning point? But there, okay, no, but like there have been times in my life where I've got, like, you could say I've gone to the dark side a little bit. I've gone into that complaining idea, that complaining side of life, or victim mode, or even got into the habit. Like I remember in high school, we would, man, we were just kind of mean to each other, and we'd talk about each other, like me and my friends, negatively and stuff like that. When other people weren't around, just that stupid gossipy like BS. And I remember it just always make me feel so bad after I did it. Like you just feel dirty and you feel gross. So yeah, and then just learning from those experiences and just realizing like I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit here and kind of like say things. I guess it's one thing if you put it out there and if you're speaking about people, but you're doing it on an open forum, you're not hiding it. But that those different things. And so there's definitely things that I've learned and changed about my behaviors and things like that over my life. But yeah, I guess that's kind of just been my MO for the most part. People used to say in law school that I was the most excited person or something about life in general that they'd ever met, because I get real excited about things. That's kind of always been me, for better or for worse. But yeah, I'm with you. RV, hold on. Oops, sorry. RV or OBE, remote viewing, or yeah, OBE is the only way to know for sure. I think that's our path to direct knowledge. The Illuminati lizards are blocking my posts. I see them. Mental health has been on the rise since. Somewhere in the middle, between a soul trick and playing the game. Wait. Yeah, right. I was really liking Chase Hughes, but one day I seen different. Interesting. My man, Truth Seeker. First time getting hooked into a chat. Love you guys. Yeah, I got good people in this community. Really good people. And I just got lucky. Oh, thank you for spelling out. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, my dog knows it. And it's okay. I got to tell you something that happened today. At the DOGPARK. And so I was trying to get Cosmo to leave with me, but he didn't want to leave. Right. So I go and I stand at the gate and I'm waiting for him. And I'm asking him, like, come on, dude, can we go? Because I had to get home for an appointment. But I wasn't like super running late. I still felt like I had still had a little buffer of time. So he really wanted to stay. So I said, okay, fine. I'll come back in. We stayed for a little bit. Then I tried leaving again. And he was just staring at me from across the PARK, and he wouldn't run to the gate. So I was trying to call him, like, come on, let's go. And then the girl that was working at the front desk, she's like, okay, let me help you. Come on, Cosmo. I have and then she said TREAT, and he runs over it. But like, I hate that. Like, I don't want, and I know she meant well, but I don't want to lie to him. You know what I'm saying? And deceive him, because it's just like, it's just like, for the rest of us, we don't want, you know what I mean? Like, you guys probably understand. You guys are pet lovers. So I don't want to do that to him. I try to never do that to him. And so he runs over, and I'm like, no. We're not doing it that way. Like I told her, I was like, nah, I don't want to do it like that. I felt so bad because then he was expecting it, but luckily he got distracted by another dog and then ran back in. So then it was okay. But yeah, I wonder if do you guys like agree with me on that? You don't want to get it done, right? I mean, look, if it's an emergency and something, I feel like he's in danger, yeah, I'll do it. But otherwise, I don't want to play it that way. Those celebrities sacrifice families and others to become famous in this world. That is anti-human and absurd. That is demonic. Do you think all of them do, though? Because I don't think that's like a universal thing. I think maybe some, but I don't think we can look at every person who has achieved the level of success and say, well, they must have sacrificed, or they must have sold this or that. And like, because of where I live in LA and the nature of my business, I work with some celebrities that are amazing people, incredible people. And they are There's one in particular, but like all of them that I work with at least are great people. But there's one in particular that I literally think is like an angel. She's just like all light. She's amazing. Okay, Chase uses a YouTube planted figure. I feel like what? Really? Yeah, but can we just write off people when they have fast growth? You know what I mean? Like, what if my channel starts growing fast? You know what I mean? Does that mean I'll be written off too? I don't know if that. I don't feel like we can just take these individual metrics and then write people off. You know? I don't know. It's suspicious for sure, Christian. Let's be wise. This reality is bigger than we can imagine. We might have to show discernment after death. Yeah, I think so. Let's go. I'm on level 35. Oh, yo, F Boyden. Guess what? I'm doing Monroe. I'm going to the Monroe Institute this summer. Wait, we just got a donation from F Boyden. Let's go. Thank you for the dono. Take some action. Learning and understanding is important. Speak up and take action. Jason Giorgiani. You're talking about Jason Giorgiani? Jason Giorgiani does a great job of this. Take some action. I'm with you. Here, let me highlight I just read it, but this is F. Boyden's comment. There you go. Yeah, but check that out. I'm going to Monroe this summer. I cannot wait. I got more details about it too that I'm not going to share yet, but it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. I'm doing Gateway as well. Reason why Freemason children are Transformers is because they are attempting to cram the masculine divine with the feminine divine into one body. When Adam was split, so the divine theory. We humans have superpowers, but it's locked. Those entities knew it. We have psychic abilities, but they corrupt us. Cosmos, I know. Well, he's such a cute dog in general. Why is ritual magic occult so powerful? Masons, Illuminati. Is it possible to study this for good, to having a fighting chance against evil? I imagine so. I don't know much about it, though. Lizards can survive heavy. My assumption is it just all feels a lot like Star Wars to me. If that type of stuff, if there's a negative element to this type of energy and this type of stuff, there's got to be a positive side to it. Sort of going back to this idea of balance, of yin yang, of the source or primordial mind being perfectly balanced. So I would, just from like intrinsically, I feel that, but I don't know. Their heart is blocked or else they have no heart. My own experience is all my family want me. What? Unfortunately, my family and whoa, that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Truth Seeker. Truthers don't get 1 million subs. Richie from Boston. I mean, what about David Icke? David Icke's got 1 million subs. I mean, like, do we just discount him because he's been successful on YouTube? You know, then I feel like if that's the metric, then they can use that against us. Then they can just blow people up and make them super widespread. And then now we're discounting them. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like that's too broad of a brush to paint people with. Too broad of a stroke, whatever the expression is. I don't know. Awesome. Congrats on Monroe trip. Yeah, it's going to be incredible. My man, super excited for you. Thank you. Thank you. Bill Cooper, William Milton Cooper. I said to you, it was this man that was exposing David Icke and many others. He's dead. Bill Cooper. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, like, look, Bill Cooper, Milton Cooper. I said to you, it was this man that was exposing David. Oh, so Bill Cooper is William Milton Cooper. Hold on. Is that his full name? William Milton Cooper. Oh, he was the original Alex Jones. Very interesting. I started doing OBs at 15 after sleep paralysis, and it made me start doing research and learning more about the afterlife. I leave the body raising the Kundalini up. No way. That's so cool. The place I got to, I called the Black Void. No way. I love watching all the videos on Max Spears. They killed him too. Hey, Truth Seeker, did you see the video that I made on Max Spears? I don't know if you saw that or if that's what you're referring to, if you're talking about other videos. But yeah, Max is very, very interesting. Max and I share a lot of ideas. Complete strangers, completely different experience. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to have to call it here. My voice is going down. I really need to jump off here. But this was amazing, incredible. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining. Viv is saying having lots of issues trying to get my post through. I'm so sorry about that. Gateway is free. Bob's voice until the late 20s. Put in some work. Gateway is free. Bob's voice. Yeah, you know what? Somebody sent me like the Gateway tapes, I think. But yeah, I already paid for the program, so I'm going in the summer. KK Loco says, cheers. I understand Max as well. The heart plays a huge part as well. Let me give shout outs to everybody who donated. Krishna Consciousness Academy, thank you for the dono. F. Boyden, 2 donos. Holy smokes, thank you. And KK Loco, all of you guys, like I said, it means so much to me, and I can't thank you guys enough. And thank you. I didn't get my new members on here, the two folks that have signed up for membership. I was hoping they'd be on here so I could give them a shout out. Let me just double check. Make sure I got it right. 1 second. Yeah, well, anyways, I'll shout them out regardless. Jasper, Jen X, and Kel Wayner. Hopefully we'll see you guys on the next live chat, and I'll give you guys shout outs. You get to use the icons and stuff that created for members, so hopefully that'll be cool. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much. The next video is going to be coming out, I think, tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it tonight. My voice is struggling. And we got Rob Skiba is dead, the flat earther. I never heard of him. Thanks for your live videos and good luck getting all the guests released. Thank you. I think I think we're on a roll here. We got a second interview. We got Tony hooking it up with Howdy McCoskey. I mean, how incredible is that? Take care of. Hey, we got a new member, KK Loco. Welcome. Hey, try the little icon thingies that I made that members are able to use. See if you can use those. Because I used ChatGPT to help me, but I gave it a really specific prompt, and it came up with all these really cool emoticons or whatever they're called. Gloom or Doom, good night. Don't you think there's a way to know when they extract loot from you? Or just, I have no idea. I don't know yet. Good night. Great chat. This group is I know, right? What a community we're building. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate everybody, all the participation, all the connections that we're making. And for the feedback, too. I think I'm going to do that interview now. It won't be live. And that's because of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. And we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.